Look around you. Really look. What do you see? A civilization of men sedated, distracted, softened, neutered by comfort, pacified by screens, trained to apologize for the very strength that built everything around them. And you dare ask me, what makes a real man? Like it's a mystery. It's not a riddle. It's not lost. It didn't disappear. You abandoned it. You traded it. You sold it for comfort, validation, and cheap dopamine. I'll tell you exactly what makes a real man. A real man is burden-bearing. That's it. That's the foundation. Everything else is noise. He carries weight, physical, financial, mental, moral, and he doesn't cry about it. He doesn't post about it. He doesn't need applause. He does it because it needs to be done. He wakes up before the sun. He moves when he's tired. He works when he doesn't feel like it. Because discipline doesn't care about your mood. And you need motivation videos just to get out of bed. You want a course? Good. Here's your course. Course 1. Wake up early and do something hard every day. No excuses. No negotiation. You move before your brain starts whining. Course 2. Train your body like your life depends on it. Because one day, it will. Lift weights. Run. Fight. Get stronger. Weak bodies create weak decisions. Course 3. Make money. Real money. Not scrolling. Not dreaming. Not planning. Produce. Sell something. Build something. Fix something. Become useful. Because a man who produces cannot be ignored. What happened to you? You traded the forge for the comment section, the battlefield for Twitter debates, competence for compliance. You celebrate weakness. You reward fragility. You silence strength. Boys are medicated. Schools are softened. Standards are gone. And then you sit there confused why everything feels empty. I'll tell you why. Because you destroyed the standard and replaced it with nothing. Course 4. Control yourself. Your mouth, your habits, your impulses. If you can't control yourself, you can't control your life. You call discipline toxic. You call restraint repression. No, that's what makes you dangerous. That's what makes you capable. A real man tells the truth, even when it costs him, especially when it costs him. He doesn't bend. He doesn't soften. He doesn't lie to be liked. He calls weakness, weakness. He calls decline, decline. He refuses to clap for nonsense. And you're terrified to speak, terrified to offend, terrified to stand alone. That's not kindness. That's cowardice. Course 5. Do one thing every day that makes you uncomfortable. Speak up. Take risk. Face rejection. A real man produces more than he consumes. He builds. He fixes. He creates. He doesn't sit there absorbing content like a sponge. You scroll all day and call it learning. No, you're consuming. You're wasting time. He creates order from chaos. That's the job. That's the role. And you're a spectator, watching a world you couldn't rebuild if everything collapsed tomorrow. And it would collapse with you in charge. Course 6. Build something real. A business. A skill, a body, a network, something that exists outside your phone. Masculinity isn't toxic. Absence is toxic. No fathers, no standards, no discipline. And you wonder why everything feels unstable. Because it is. A real man protects. He stands up. He steps in. He doesn't wait for permission. But you've been trained to hesitate, to overthink, to scroll instead of act. Course 7. Stop hesitating. Act fast. Decide fast. Move fast. Action builds confidence. Thinking builds doubt. A real man keeps his word, even when it hurts. You can't even keep promises to yourself. Discipline is not abuse. Standards are not oppression. They're the foundation. So what makes a real man? Self-controlled, truth-driven, action-focused, responsible. A man who doesn't need permission, doesn't need approval, doesn't need validation. He builds the table. He doesn't beg for a seat. And he's angry, not weak anger, not emotional whining, controlled fury, because he sees what's happening. He sees the decline, and he refuses to participate in it. You don't need more talking. You need action. You don't need awareness. You need competence. You don't need comfort. You need pressure. So ask yourself again, do you have what it takes to become one, or are you going back to scrolling?